Hey RNG, how you doing? Actually, how is my microphone looking? Because it's all the way over there. Oh, it's a bit quiet today. I'll just bring it a little closer. There we go. That's better. Just going to give it a couple of minutes so people can file in. Doing okay but tired. Oh, I know that feeling all too well, RNG. You just try and chill, and hopefully the stream can help you with that. This is basically me doing a really bad Kaiju Noir impression, so you know, hopefully that'll be soothing.
Hello there.
Good evening, Tids. How you doing? Hey, Kaiju. How you doing? Brain not happy place, but glad to be here among wonderful nerds. I'm so sorry to hear that you've got a case of the brain gremlins today, Kaiju. But hopefully me derping my way through your game will help with that. Bit of a rough night, what else is new? But decent day. Had a burger, chatted with partners, all good. Well, I'm sorry to hear that your night was rough, but it sounds like you've had a nice day, and I'm pleased to hear that. Also, there's no better than a burger, is there? Yeah. Time of year, innit? It's it's a bit rough for a lot of folks. But we'll get through it together. Okay. Hey Hans, how you doing? So we last played this on the 18th through till the 19th of December, so just before Christmas. And we got up to chapter 8. Very exciting. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty good, Tids. I love stuff like that. Like, we had some stuff left over from Christmas. Hey, Rocket, how you doing? And because Slow doesn't like cheese, we'd got like random cheeses from a cheese platter left over and the chutneys to go with it. So when Slow made burgers one night the other week, I had brie and caramelized onion chutney in mine, and it was lush. I felt proper fancy. Been playing Zelda Phantom Hourglass, didn't think I'd like it because the stylus controls, but it's real fun. Oh yeah, I've played a little bit of Phantom Hourglass. I think it's actually the only Zelda game I've played any of, but like mainline, because I played Hyrule Warriors, really like that, but I'm a Dynasty Warriors fan, so. Found one of those limited edition GM2 Gunpla at a less expensive price. Oh, wicked, Rocket! That's exciting. Fair enough, Hans. If there's a thing you like, there's a thing you like, you know? Okay. So. Let's hope this is all working. Okay, good. It's still working. Though, my screen capture has gone all wonk. Give me a second, folks. Why has it done that? Very odd. I swear it wasn't like that when I set everything up a minute ago. now won't let me move it. Helpful. Right, there we go. Oh, it shrank it. That's what's going on there. Very odd. Bizarre. There we go. That'll do. Oh gosh, what happened, Tids? Thank you, Banhawk85, for the hydrate redemption. I'll happily take you up on that. I'm really thirsty tonight. It's a lot of fun RNG. I've got it on the Switch, and it's kind of a pain in the arse to play in the console undocked, but it's a fun game when you can see what you're doing. Yeah, €50 sounds a lot better than what I would have expected it to be, Rocket, so that's good. And that's fine, Hans. You stay as long as you want. Go whenever you need to or want to. The fact that you popped in and said hello is much appreciated, but don't sacrifice your sleeping time for me. Oh no, Tids. I've had that happen to me before. With VMB. It usually happens because of conflicting like driver updates for Windows or for something else that you've got plugged in my experience, but it's really unfortunate and an absolute ball ache to fix, so I can completely understand your frustration there. That really, really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that happened. Okay. Let's get started. Oh, thank you for the treat for Porthos there, Kaiju. You ready, buddy? Go on then. He did not catch it. All stable now, I hope. Fingers crossed, Tids. And yeah, that is really awkward. I don't know what would have caused that, but voice meter is a funny and fickle little bugger. Hey, Rustbot, how you doing? Okay, so the light of the city's early evening illuminates the office when you wake up. Judging by the shadows, you've been asleep at least a dozen hours. Alex is at his desk, hunched over a stone tablet, his claws gently tapping the armrest of his industrial chair. For those that don't remember or weren't here last time, Alex got a new chair with the money that we have made doing big investigative stuff. And as it's a kaiju friendly chair, it's actually made out of like an industrial crane, which is really fucking cool and is a really neat design, and I want a chair that looks like this. You're too damn good to me. The pain in your shoulder has settled into a low throb. The flesh feels stitched, but raw. In this moment of peace, you take the time to think about... Ooh. What do we think about? I don't think we think about Max. I'm sure you'll be fine, Rust. best of luck with it. Max is the bat-winged kaiju that started this all off. Maxora, I think, was her full name. Is that right, Kaiju? My memory for names is terrible at the best of times. I can't remember who Law is. Was Law the one that, curvy and cute Maxora? Yes, got the name right. Was Law the one that, went for a dip with some cement shoes on? Oh, can I think about all of them? Oh, okay then. In that case, let's think about the cases. Oh, this is nice. I like this. 2 cases, linked by an unlikely thread of coincidence. Onikago is not likely to be impressed by her flunkies meeting the messy end of Alex's temper. No doubt she'll have a dozen ready to take their place. Bigger ones that may not go down so easy. It's not exactly reassuring. Then you've got poor damn Rax and his missing sister. Alex said he had a lead there. Paws crossed it goes somewhere. And to think a week ago everything seemed too quiet. Oh good, we can think about all of them. Yeah. I really like Law's design, for the record. I think it's a really neat design. Especially the jaw, which is very sort of alien jaw. Very cool. Very cool. If it weren't for Alex, he would have suffered the same fate as Law in that alleyway. Oops. One slip up, then the fall. A watery grave, and a cold case. No one deserves to go out like that. Was he poking around Onikago at Xander's instruction too? Did he find something out? Does life mean that little to her? I'll get her for you, Law. I'll try to, anyway. That poor kid. Scared out of her hide. Afraid for her life. All on account of some old kaiju's quest for a shiny stone. She may be untrustworthy, but she doesn't deserve to live in fear. Previously on Kaiju Noir. Oh, I had a thing for this. I don't have it anymore, I don't think. No, I don't. Boo! Oh, okay. I had a button that did the previously on Law and Order sound. It the cutie! Yeah, the cutie that fucking drugged us. I'm never gonna forgive her. Doesn't matter how cute she is. Thank you, Soul! Previously on Kaiju Noir. Also, hey Soul, how you doing? Then there's the other thing. Oh, you missed that, did you, Hans? Yeah, she fucking drugged us. Slipped something into our drink and, yeah. Vamoosed. Exactly, Tids. Terrible kink safety. We'll sort it out, I promise. Did you want a cup of tea, or are you just going to sleep all night? Alex is still focusing on the tablet. From your position, it's impossible to tell if it's case files, or just the night's crossword puzzle. Slipped as a Mickey. Exactly, Kaiju. Tea would be nice. Extra strong if you can. I feel like I've gone 3 rounds in the Kaiju Wrestling League. I have been looking at Kaiju Wrestling because of this, this game, this stream. And I have shown it to my friends, And now there's a small group of us that want to start watching kaiju wrestling more regularly. What have you done to me? Can do. You can give me an 11-letter word for defeated in expectation. Oh. Well, now we know the answer. Disillusion? Yeah, that's fair, Kaiju. Yeah, I think disillusion is the right word here. That looks right. Thanks. I'll get your tea. Hello, Porthos. Hi, baby. Who's a good boy? You sit up, gently remove the blood-crusted bandages, and roll your shoulder. The fresh muscle is still tense, accompanied by the ache of bad memories. Oh! We should talk about last night. He places the steaming cup on the desk and prods at your back. Hey,
Hello
Buff,
there.
how you doing? Aww.
Hello
I'm
there.
sorry to hear that, Soul. I really like Root. I've played it a couple of times with some of my friends, and once you get into it, it's nowhere near as complicated as the rules make it feel like it's gonna be. It's a lot of fun. Otherwise, fine and mighty. I had a bowl of ramen and a lovely cider. Oh, that does sound good though. Did I say hello to Buff? I think I said hello to Buff, but just in case I didn't, hey Buff, how are you? My memory is so bad today. You'd think I hadn't slept, but I really have. We should. The cut looks alright, healing nicely, but you're going to have an impressive scar. I'm glad it's faster than all those giant monster healing scenes you see in the movies. Had a nap and pizza. Nice. What kind of pizza? I don't have time to go lay in a volcano for a week for my back to heal. Oh, I need to try and remember that line, which is not likely to happen because my memory is shite, as I just said. So that next time my back's hurting really badly and someone says I should do something, I can say that. I don't have time to go lay in a volcano for a week for my back to heal. Write it down. I could do, Buff. But then I'd see it and be like, the fuck is this about? Gonna go lay in a volcano for a bit till I feel better. Oh, please excuse the crunchy sounds behind me. Porthos is playing with his big crunchy sloth toy again. It's been a rough day for him. He's not been outside very much because it's been picking it down all day. That makes him antsy. Sounds like a nice holiday though, doesn't it? Picking up your shredded coat, you shrug it on as best you can. How do I look? Like shit, but without the coat you look wrong, so it'll have to do till we can get you a new coat made up.
Get nice and moist for me.
Did you mean what you said last night? That Onikaga will be coming after you? I stuck my muzzle where I shouldn't have. She didn't like that. But I also didn't have anything stone solid on the idol. I don't know if that means she's going to wait for my next move or send in the heavy scales to finish the job tonight. Oh, jeez. Buff, Soul, Buff, Buff, Tids and Buff. Thank you for the treats for Porthos. Bloody hell. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 treats. Ready? He did not catch the first one. Thank you for the posture check, Kaiju, and the stretch from Hans as well. And an extra treat for Porthos from Kaiju, thank you very much. He caught the second one. I hope someone's going to keep count. He did not catch the third one. Or the fourth one. Ready? The fifth one hit him on the head as he looked around for it. Didn't catch the sixth one. Ready? Last one. You gonna catch it? No. He did not. Bless that poke sauce. At this point, Orc shooting at a 5+ is better than Porthos's accuracy. He's trying his best. He is. Porthos doesn't have any depth perception. We found this out the hard way when he walked into a lamppost while we were walking in one night. More like Orcthos, am I right? I mean, it fits with the household, so yeah, that works. Right, so there was a hydrate, which I just did inadvertently, so I'll do one properly. Thank you, Kaiju. We had a posture check, because I'm already sitting like a fucking gremlin. I've only just started, and already I'm full gremlin mode. And a stretch from Hans. Thank you very much, Hans. Oh, you bugger. Oh, actually, I do really need that. Just roll the shoulders a bit. Right. Thank you very much, everybody, for making sure... Oh, and I got a posture check from Buff as well. Thank you, everyone, for making sure I take better care of myself, and for making sure that Porthos ends the evening fat and round like a badgie. Isn't that right, buddy? No better way to be. Of course you can, Buff, as long as it's safe for work. I don't want to get myself in trouble with the Twitch police. You're welcome, Tids. Please don't say it like that ever again. Oh, hello, Porthos. Those thugs were her way of trying to swat a pesky bug before I got too close. You're lucky you don't splat so easy, then. I'm lucky I had you watching my arse. I'd just like to point out that I love the fact that it's written as arse rather than ass. Okay, and that includes the Twitch police. Fair, but also I don't want to get banned. Come on then, buddy. I know what you want. You want cuddles. Because you're a big soft baby. Oh, bless your hands. That's fine. You go rest and, I hope your legs are feeling better soon. And well done on shoveling the snow. That is not an easy thing to do. Thank you for popping your head in. Thank you for redeeming some channel points on various things. Oh, you bastard! Hi, Wib and Raiders. Welcome. We were just discussing the word arse. So perfect timing. Thank you very much, Wib, for the raid. And if you are still there, the stream was absolutely fucking brilliant. It was really great to see all your Transformers and to hear you talking so passionately about something that you love. So yeah, thank you for a great stream. I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the end. Oh shit, I forgot to turn old Zogwart's curse off. I will add that to the list, Geist. Thank you very much. We'll get some more details during a hobby happy hour on what kind of Transformers squig you would like. I mean, I'm not going to make one of my metal squigs actually transform because I'm not a mad person. But we'll figure something out. Get the details from Wib, he can choose. Oh, bless. Okay, I will make a note of that too. There we go. Okie dokie, Wib, you take care. Good luck reorganising your Transformers. And thank you again for the raid. Okay. So, yes, Kaiju, as we were just discussing, I'm Australian. I take great satisfaction in saying arse. Yes, it's arse in the UK as well, as I think it was Buff mentioned. Yeah. Oh, and just in case Twitch is still being a knob about raiding, there is the link for the raiders if you want to refresh, so that we can make sure that your view counts. But I'm so used to games being made either by people that have learned English through an American language program, or being made by people who speak the American variant of English, that I'm not used to seeing a game actually use arse instead of ass, and it makes me very happy. It's a little thing, but here we go. I'm pretty sure most of you folks stick around in my streams because I point out these things. Yeah. Fab. 10 out of 10. Would arse again. On that note, how often do you follow me like that? I wonder if I'd be understood if I typed with an Irish accent. You're welcome to try, Buff, but no guarantees. Only on cases when I think you're going to get into trouble if you can't get out of. I bet, Tids. You saucy bugger. So, about a third of the time, what can I say? I'm a good friend. Why are you angry? Why are you angry? That's better. Why are you angry? I'm just shocked I haven't noticed before now. Wow, Caddy is about as observant as I am. Top-notch detective. For a kaiju, you're sneaky. He raises his mug in the air, the scales of his arm changing colour until they match the hue of the stonework. Ah! 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 And look! 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 Camouflage. Who doesn't love a bit of active camouflage, eh, Porthos? Yeah. Alex is my favourite. I'm totally biased. Alex is my favourite. Chameleonic skin, yes, Buff. Yeah, I figured that might be the case, Buff. I mean, it's the same if you like, if Tidders was to type with a fully northern accent, then it would be very different from, say, if somebody from London were to type the way they speak. I don't know how to describe the way I speak in typing, because it's just a mishmash of several different things, which is why I avoided using me as an example there, because I don't think anybody'd be able to understand what I say if I typed the way I talk. Do you remember that? Exactly, Tids. Exactly. But seeing about spelt like that, just automatically, back to Ilkla Morbatat. Every time. Every time. Love that song. And listening to Brian Blessed sing it. Yes. That's what we like. Okay. Are you gonna sleep, baby? Yeah. Porthos is getting sleepy. Exactly, Tits. I mean, I can understand you. But, I always forget you can do that. Like one of those cuttlefish things. Oh my god, yes, cuttlefish. Cuttlefish are so cool. And that's why you're still alive. What are we going to do about the rock? We can't go at this alone. There's too much at stake here. Sure as hell I don't trust Maxora to show up and do the right thing. From where I'm standing, we have two options. We either convince Xander that if they want the idol, they need to be more involved. Or I get down on my knees and beg Carla for help. Oh goody, are we going to beg? That could be fun. I always figured you two had been into that kind of thing. Okay, now I'm tempted to do the uwu voice. I'm not gonna. You will not trick me into doing the uwu voice ever again.
Uwu, what's this?
That's all you're ever getting. Thank you for the hydrate, Mum, and thank you for the stretch as well. Hello, Mum. How are you doing? You know what? Nice UFO impression. Nicely done, Tids. That was a good joke. We like that joke. Hey, Kev. You enjoy your lurk. Tell you what. If I get to 1,000 followers on Twitter, I will do some uwu voice reading. I'll figure it out if it ever happens. Okay? That's a promise. That will be my gift to you folks for putting up with me. An entire visual novel in uwu. Oh my god, no, that might be a bit much. That'll kill me. Oh. Hello, Porthos. He is now fully on my lap like a proper lap dog. Shame he's not small enough to be a lap dog. But there we go. You want follow, Tids. All of my socials are in the same command. Because I'm lazy. I'm not admitting to anything. Okay, now I've got to try and do this with the dog going, please love me. Needy baby. Needy baby. Are you done? You're gonna fall? Plop, plop, plop. Yeah. Chompy boy, aren't you? You think you are an alligator? That's a yes. And big scary gator, look at me. Don't look at the computer, look at me. Look at me. Are you done? Do you mind? Right. There we go. She's the only other kaiju I know with connections who might be able to trace the Crimson Old One, and who I trust to keep her mouth shut about it. Ah yes, the lesser spotted Staffy Gator. Seen here in his natural habitat, trying to kick me off my chair. Tail thump, yeah. Oh, I see what this is. He wants belly rubs. He's snapping at me because he wants belly rubs. Because he stopped now that I'm scratching his belly. What a wee shy. Indeed, Tids. Don't lick my shirt, you weirdo. So which is it? Twisted old treasure hunter or the crooked cop? Okay, do we want to ask Carla for help? Do we want to ask Xander for help? What do we think, folks? Important decision. Oh, can, Tids, can you pop a, what's the word? Yeah, can you pop a poll up for me? It is indeed the Uncooperative Thursday shirt. When I got dressed this morning, I grabbed the first shirt I found in the tumble dryer, and it happened to be this one, and I went, you know what? Sure, why not? It's not Thursday, but it'll do. Wasn't QWERTY developed to be as ergonomic as possible for typing in English. No, it was made so typewriters didn't jam. I did not know that, Prime B. Path branching till end of game level important. Oh gosh. Okay, as I'm guessing... Ah, there we go. Top one, bottom one. Thank you, Tids. I don't know. That's really weird. Did, Okay, so, for those that don't know, Carla is a cop. Xander is a rich arsehole. Well, it's not the most arseholey rich kaiju we've come across, but definitely up there. Oh good, what a choice. Fair response. Okay, it looks like we have a winner. We're gonna ask Carla for help because all 4 people who voted for Carla. No option to go for both. No, Thal, I'm afraid not. Y'all are thirsty. I mean, I literally am. I've not had enough to drink today, and it's catching up with me. Didn't the rich asshole try to kill you? No, that was the other rich asshole. Rocket. They'd be bootlickers either way. Fair point, Rust. We need to talk to Carla, Zara. Hate having to ask her for anything, but we've got bigger problems than the cops right now. Bigger than endemic corruption, ongoing brutality of the disenfranchised, and terrible coffee. Kaiju? Fucking gold stars for that one. That was beautiful. Love it. Well done. We are canon to Transformers. We are in the Quadway continuity family. Oh, neat, Prime B. I love a good fact. Fair play, buff. Okay, we have different problems. We can tackle the aggressive deconstruction of the police state in the next game. Hinted a sequel. Yes! Is there actually going to be a sequel, Kaiju? Or have you not decided yet? What? Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Did you want me to send out for Carla? Or head down to the station to see her? Oh, you fourth wall fuck! As Carrie looks at the viewers and says, fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like 16 wall breaks. Can't vote something regional bullshit. What, Rust, really? The fourth wall knows what it did. Yes, I know, Porthos, I know. And he immediately calms down when I put my arm around him. He's a big scary boy right up until he gets his cuddles. Isn't that right? Then you're just a marshmallow. Yeah. Yeah. Smelly marshmallow. I'll go to her. She always feels more generous when she's got a home field advantage. Carla has never been generous in all the years I've known her. I mean, she's less likely to try and physically hurt me when there's other kaiju watching. That sounds like Carla. Just carry. Yeah, I know. I'll be careful. I was actually going to ask if you knew a 7-letter synonym for stamp out. You roll your shoulder again and tip your hat. The ragged coat leaving you feeling exposed. Want to do it, but too much on my plate and not enough emotional bandwidth. That's fair, Kaiju.
Enthusiasm.
Optus, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? And the dog is asleep again. Abolish. It's a word I'm going to be thinking of repeatedly over the next couple of hours. Oh, beautiful. I love the way you've written these little pot shots. It's fab. Great work. I'll be back when I hear something. Be good, and I'll bring you a donut. Whoa. Okay. Slight divert for a second here. My mum came round today and we made breakfast together, and then we just sort of hung out for a little bit, and we found out that one of the local dessert parlours, Elcor are the best. Yes, they are, Rust. Yeah, we found out one of the local dessert parlours has started selling dessert samosas. And oh my god, they're really good. Like, I wasn't expecting anything great, but I really enjoyed mine. It was like a strawberries and cream mousse filled samosa with a strawberry icing on the top. It was really, really nice. Same pastry as proper samosas, Tids, yeah. Dessertsers. Yes. And yeah, it was really good. Wasn't a donut, but it was really nice. Made by a company called Samosa Boy, apparently. I don't know if they're like a big chain thing or if they're just local to us, but they've started licensing their stuff out to local dessert parlours, apparently, which is wicked. Dungeons and Donuts. Donut shop that sells minis. Oh my god, that is like an Aladdin's cave for me, Buff. Was better than a donut. It kind of was, wasn't it? That looks like the right web address. OBS being a knob about loading the preview though, and I don't want to cause any problems for the game, so I'm gonna assume that it's probably the right website. I really like Carla's design as well. I've got a thing for the interesting jawlines. It is the right one. I am now hungry. They look so good, don't they? Carla is seated behind her desk when you stomp painfully into her office. Piles of stone tablets are arranged haphazardly across her desk, along with empty mugs and the ever-present box of pastries. Hungry activated. She's pretty, yeah. Carla's fab. And just so that you can get a good view of her as well. Look at those claws. Do not get me hungry at midnight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rocket. Half orc, half pangolin. Very fun direction. Yeah! I mean, I can see it now that you've said it, but if you hadn't said that, I would have never guessed that that's where the inspiration for her design came from. She looks fab. Wouldn't argue with that, lassie. That's probably a good plan, Mum, for a couple of reasons. She reminds me of Groudon from the Pokemons. Yeah, she's got a little bit of a Groudon thing going on there, but I think she's a nicer design. Groudon? I've never really known how to pronounce that because I know it's supposed to be like ground and whatever, but I don't know, Groudon just feels weird in my mouth, you know? Groudon feels better. But maybe that's because it sounds a bit like crouton. And we're back on food again. I'm sorry, chat. It's not that I'm hungry, because I'm not. I'm just basically a hobbit, so I'm always sort of thinking about food. She looks up at you with anger, which becomes surprise when she takes in your appearance. Yeah, we do look a little bit rough. We've seen better days. Damn, Carrie. You look like 10 tons of kaiju crap wearing a hat. What about second breakfast? I don't think he knows about second breakfast, Buff. Hobby, I'm Italian. Food is my religion. Fair, Rocket. Fair. I mean, that is a really good description. I love it. That's great. That is great. And again, I hope I can remember that later, because I will use it for myself. For how I feel. Great to see you too, Carla. I like what you've done with the office. Very post-brutalist authoritarian. Awesome, thank you very much, Rust. If you want to drop it into Discord for me to take a look at when I'm not streaming, that'll work. Loving this. Loving this. What in the hell's happened to you? And what happened to your coat? Awesome, thank you, Rust. Can we not talk about the coat? It's gone through a lot lately. Don't want to hurt its feelings. By the look of your shoulder, so have you. Holy Humpty McDumpty. I like that one. That one's good. You rest on the corner of her desk and poke at one of the stacks. They sure keep you busy down here. Does anyone even read these reports? No, but we still need to do them. Procedure and all that. Are you going to tell me what happened? Are you going to offer me a coffee? Stole that from Lupin. Really, Rocket? I don't remember ever hearing that in Lupin. Have to keep an eye out for it. Or an ear, I guess. I am intrigued. Might be a dub thing. Could be a dub thing, Tids. Jenny on dub part 2. Ah, okay then. I've only watched the earlier parts in Japanese, so that could be why. AKA the best one. Does Alex still have the crane chair? Yes, Buff. Alex does still have the crane chair. Hey, Cuddle Pup. Are you folks seeing this? Hang on. For those that have, there we go, look at that. You big softy. You big disruptive softy. Oh, and now I've got dog snot all over my nose and my chin. Such an adorable baby. Yeah, an adorable, soggy baby. At least his nose is wet. That's what you want when you've got a pupper. Want a wet nose. Do you want a coffee? Oh, thanks. The coffee here tastes like piss. Wouldn't say no to a donut, though. Carla grins and tosses you something round and crunchy from a box on her desk. Cheers. Alex has been asking where you get these. The bakery down the road is terrible. We're pretty sure they bulk them out with concrete dust. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, that's one way to make a donut, I guess. There are better substitutes for flour, if you ask me. We get them delivered special. Police secret. Of course, nothing greases the wheels like taxpayer donuts. Guess you'll gotta keep your strength up for whatever it is you do around here. Crunchy nuts. Oh no, tits. Did you just come down here to insult me again, Carabara? I'm not insulting you, Carla. I'm insulting that badge you hide behind. Makes you look like a thug. You should know that by now. You keep flapping your muzzle like that and you'll lose your PI license, detective. There's plenty of kaiju around here who don't like having a flatpad dirtying up their crime scenes. I don't know why you work here, Carla. You're better than all this. Better than what? I'm making things better. Oh, we got a typo in there, Kaiju. Oh no. Return. We've got an incorrect name badge, which I thought was a Alex has followed us, but I guess not. Not another name badge. Oh, bless you. I'm sorry. You aren't. You can't. This place is toxic, and it's only going to drag you down till you're as bad as the rest. These are like the only things I've had to fix. Hey, that's good though! The fact that all it is the occasional name card being incorrect, that's great. And I think this is either the first or second time, I think, that I've noticed it in the playthrough so far. So, you know, that's not too bad. You've done good. Oh, I'm sorry, Slow. Am I being too loud? Ah, fair enough. Bye-bye. She's closing my door. I'd got it mostly closed. Carla sighs and takes a swig from one of the mugs. If you came here to ask a favour, Carrie, you're going the wrong way about it. He didn't say anything, he just carefully closed the door, which you can't see because of the way I've got the camera set up today. There aren't a ton, but it's a single letter that changes who is talking, so it's easy to miss. Yeah, I get you. I have been there, not in a games programming sense, but in a programming sense. I have been there.
It's something to eat.
What?
Something smells like food. You cooking?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go check the kitchen because it smells like that.
Okay, that was Slow. I'm guessing you heard him that time. Oh no, there we go. He was laying on my mouse arm, so I couldn't actually move my mouse arm, and because I switched the cameras round, switched the scenes around even, he moved. But I was like, shit, am I not going to be able to play any more of the game because the dog's pinning my arm? Are the ghosts cooking something? If they are, they best share. Sorry, this place makes me edgy. I can tell. You gonna tell me what happened to you? Off the record. She nods. I was attacked last night on the way back from the Behemoth. The fuck are you doing, Porthos? I thought you were going to get down, but no, you just shoved me away from my keyboard. Ugh. Okay, now he's getting down. Oh, dogs, eh? Oh. Slow shut the door and now you want it open. There you go. It's worse than a cat. was actually a good catch. That's one of the areas that changes based on your first choice in the game, so it was actually 3 that needed fixing. Oh wow, okay then. Well, I'm glad we could help. Couple of goons under orders from up in the heart. Could have gone worse, though my tailor is going to tear me a new one for what I did to this coat. You hear angry shouts echoing from the bullpen behind you, followed by a heavy thud of someone hitting the ground. The background noise returns to normal. Did Alex pull your ass out of the fire again? He usually does. I owe that boy a drink. You owe him a raise. Get him to show you his new chair sometime. Did you get any reports last night of a couple of dead thugs around the borough district? Would have been pretty mangled. I dare say splattered. She pushes a couple of the tablets around. Oh god, having the dog laying on one of my legs the way he was has cut off the circulation and now it's all coming back. And I've got really bad pins and needles. It's throwing me something fierce. Pulling out one covered in illegible pictograms. As a matter of fact, we did get something like that. Both known hired muscle with about a dozen convictions apiece. Why were they still on the street? She rubs a couple of claws together. Armful of ants. That is not a phrase I've heard before, but yes, I guess so. A leg full of ants, in this case. Pins and needles are a cunt to deal with. Yeah, they really are. They're throwing my focus because it's just like my leg and my foot are going, we're here now. We exist, and you will think about us. Okay, no, we're getting good. It's the Italian term for the sensation. That is amazing. I love that. I love the way that different colloquialisms translate. I've told you folks about drunk as dirt before, I know I have. But I love stuff like that. 1,000 needles over here. Really, Rust? Wow. That's very specific. You tell me. For some reason, they never seem to spend more than a couple of nights locked up. It's a single word in Italian that doesn't really translate well. Oh, okay. Can't say I'm surprised. Money has its claws in deep around here. They were sent to stomp me out. Probably the same ones that took down Law. This all still unofficial? Afraid so. But if you compare the talons to the gash on Law's throat, I bet you get a match. I appreciate the tip. I'll get the ghouls downstairs to check it out, and file their deaths as accidents. So, who wants you dead this time? Better not be that mobster from the casino again. Yes, indeed, Mum. Ants in their pants is a very well-known phrase in English in general, I think, rather than specific to the UK. Kaiju forensics must be fun. I would love like a kaiju forensics procedural game. Kaiju, just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there, seeing if it sticks. What's up, P? What you huffing and puffing for, baby? Hmm? He's whinging, which I'm pretty sure you folks could hear. I think he might want to go out. So I will try and get to the end of this particular conversation. We'll go for a little break so that he doesn't like piss on the carpet. Nah, he and I made up. All a big misunderstanding. Was on Ikogo up at the Behemoth's Arms. As long as it's not like the X-Files game with very graphic autopsies. No, no. Onikaga? What in the hell are you doing messing with old money like that, Carrie? Hell, I'd rather it be the Monfia again. Monfia. Really fabulous. Love it. At least they're honest criminals. I'm on a big case. I went over there last night to ask a few questions and may have struck a nerve. This was her response. Quite the dramatic response. Haven't seen you this busted up in years. And how exactly did you upset someone like Onikaga? I mean, aside from being poor and existing. Is this to do with what got Law killed? You know, I can't tell you. Sorry. Professional courtesy and all that jazz. Okay, I'll pause it here, because he is very restless. And we've been going for about an hour, so that works out nicely. I'm going to put us in BRB, have a stretch, have a drink, maybe grab a snack, and I'll be back as soon as Porthos has done what he needs to do.
Get nice and moist for me, won't you? And I'm back.
And thank you for the hydrate, Tids. Did Popethos do the tinkle? He did indeed, Kaiju. Thank you very much, Rocket. That sounds really cool, Buff. And the Gondor theme is really good, so... I can think of worse things to have stuck in your head. Okay. Even off the record? Even then. After everything that's happened, I don't want to put anyone else at risk. Then why come to me? You don't trust me, you hate what I do, and don't make any damn effort to hide it. Do you even like me, Carrie? Or are you just using me because you're stuck? Ooh, ooh, it burns, precious. The background noise of the station feels so much louder all of a sudden. I do like you, Carla. You know that. We've been closer than I would ever let anyone else get. But I hate this place. I hate that you work for these kaiju that just maintain a broken status quo. It's all just enforcing private law, and I fucking hate that. I hate what it's done to you over the years. To what we had. And if I could talk you out of... If I could talk you into leaving, I would. I think that might be a bit of a typo there, Kaiju. Cool. Cool, cool. Is that all? You shrug. She sighs. At least you're honest about it. I like you too. Can't say you're entirely wrong. But I'm not going to be throwing down my badge just because you made me think about how heavy it is. Now that we've cleared that up, can we talk about that favour? Here it comes. What do you want this time? If you were Onikaga, someone with more money than the gods, more muscle than the great kaiju of old, and more influence than the mayor, where would you hide something really special? Something you'd killed for? Chapter 9! Oh, we were so close to Chapter 9 when Porthos needed to go out. So close! So close! Okay. Like, I knew we were getting close to the end of the conversation.
Excellent!
Cheers, Rust. And I was like, should I just push on a little further? No, I really should just go and let the dog out. But so close. So close. The Lakeside Museum. The Lakeside Museum. The most opulent and well-guarded collection of cultural artifacts in the city. That Lakeside Museum. Unless there's a local artist commune with the same name, then yes. A vault underneath it, to be precise. Who let the dog out? Me! 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 Me. Me. And yes, I did that. And now I feel very old. I don't even know how many of you are going to get that joke. I made myself sad. I got it. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, good. Oh, good. I mean, it was a terrible joke, and I'm sorry. How is that song 22 years old? I know, right, Kaiju? Am I missing something? A reference to a 22-year-old song, Tids. That song can legally drink in the US. Fucking hell. I mean, my degree can nearly legally drink in the US as well, which is deeply fucking upsetting. Oh no! The sounds are mixed up. Oh, Tech Squig. It kind of was, wasn't it, Kaiju? The Xbox can legally drink in the US. A lot of things can legally drink in the US, and that upsets me. The Wii will soon. Oh, jeez. In its moment of need, Texwig betrayed the goth. Texwig's just like, you have no power over me. I miss the Wii, that was a good system. I miss the Dreamcast, which was also a good system. Have you lost your mind? I'm asking you seriously here. Tex quick sides with chaos. Yes! Embrace change. Really, Prime B? I got mine for 20 at a retro convention a few years back. And I love it. It is the bestest. There's quite a few refurbed ones on eBay as well that should be fairly reasonable. But the Dreamcast has a habit of, frankly, catching on fire after a certain amount of use. So, get your hands on PS1. Wicked! Mine's still in its box. Dragon 32. Nice! A fellow retro console collector. That is wonderful to hear. Considerable cleaning. Yeah. Think about it, Alex. She won't be expecting us to go after it. Not so soon after she sent the goons after me. Ah, yes, Prime B. If you need any tips on one, taking it apart, and two, cleaning it, there's a channel on YouTube called Odd Tinkering, who does a lot of console restoration, and they've done a PS1, I think. Because sometimes it helps to be able to watch somebody else do it, I find, when it comes to this kind of stuff. Wicked, Prime B. I just collect the retro adventure games. The consoles are so much effort. Yeah, they kind of are a bit of effort. I mean, I started collecting them because I found an Atari 2600 Woody. And went, I want this. It is pretty. I wish to play games on it. And it kind of spiraled from there. And I do use them. I do play games on them. Or all of the consoles that I have. When they're connected up, of course. Because I'm not one of these people that likes to have something and sort of enshrine it. I like to actually use these things. Oh yeah, maybe Tids. The Woody's a good little console. Very survivable. They built shit to last back then. Not like these days. You ain't gonna get a red ring of death on a 2600. Put it that way. Dragon was my mum's old computer. Oh, that's wicked, Prime B. She'll be up in her lair, gloating about squashing the private eye. Meanwhile, we'll be pilfering her ill-gotten treasure. Yeah, but you would get E.T., which I'd argue is worse. I don't have a copy of E.T. I do have a copy of the Atari Ghostbusters game, though, which is almost, and I say almost, as bad as E.T. Oh, cool, Prime B. Back then, consoles lit on fire when they malfunction. Oh wait, they still do. Yeah, unfortunately so, Rust. Wicked, Prime B. This is all just some big game to you, isn't it, Carrie? Alex taps his claws on his desk fitfully. I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense that Onikago would stash the idol there. It's a fortress that even a mega kaiju would find hard to crack. It practically has Dragon Horde carved into the frontage. Which is exactly the place I'd be keeping a huge ruby idol I'd stolen. Museums are traditionally the resting places for stolen cultural treasures, after all. Yes! Yes! Fuck yes. When I went to Edinburgh, me, Longfang, and DMAC went into a museum while we were there. Excellent! And we were talking about how that particular museum had signposted everything. Whereas if like this one was like, this came from this is a replica of this thing that came from this place, and if you go to other museums, it's normally like this was collected from this location or something like that, instead of just this was stolen. Ah, no, that was it. That was in a gallery, Tids. We actually went to a couple of like museums and places like that as well. Hey, Sheridan, how you doing? Museum of Scientific Instruments in Oxford. Oh, I bet that'd be fun. And not much of it is stolen. Awesome! That's even better. Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, and I don't know whether TechSquig has actually done its job and told you all. So, obviously Kaiju, who is in chat, is the creator of this game, and you can buy this game on itch.io for the princely sum of, I think, about £10. It's well worth the money. Thank you, Tids, and there is the link. Do it, cowards! Also, I feel like I was cheating you folks out of something if I didn't say this, considering what was just on screen. It belongs in a museum! Buy my stuff so I can make another one. Yes! Buy Kaiju stuff so that they can make another one. We want more. Give us more. Went to a battle museum about 1700s, I think. Can't remember where it was. But it had stuff of Irish soldiers had stolen from the Congo during international service. Yeah, you get a lot of stuff like that in UK museums, and it's almost always, I should say, presented in a way that makes it sound like it hasn't just been fucking stolen from somebody. So it's always nice when a museum just goes, yeah, look, we stole the original, but we've sent that back, and now we've got a fake one so that you can still look at it, but we aren't, you know, being arseholes to other people. I like that. And there she could be smug, knowing that possibly the most valuable artifact to our kind is sitting in her vaults, under our noses. My nose, you don't have one. Now, Carrie, that's harsh. Looking at you, British Museum. Yeah, exactly, Brian B. Well, as much as I will eagerly await future games set in this universe, Kaiju, I will be happy to wait for more amazing quality games like this to be ready when you're happy with them. And I will be happy to stream any future games you make in this universe as well, because this is wonderful. I love the characters, I love the story, I love everything about it. It's just wicked. It's like you made it just for me. Under my gills, then. Don't be a pedant. Did Carlosaura have any other nuggets of wisdom on offer? She let me know which entrance to use to get past the building security. Turns out there's a hidden back way in. Isn't there always? Same sort of tone as those headlines that say X was struck by gunfire during a police raid rather than saying the pigs murdered someone. Yes. My favourite one of those was a police officer injured during altercation with wife after a weapon discharged. And it was two police officers that were married, had an argument about something, and one of them shot the other. My favourite is due to its nature. It's mercifully free of stolen goods. Yeah, natural history museums are always nice. Can't remember any. Smart pieces somewhere, but I can't remember any off the top of my head. Fair play, Rust. How does she know that stuff? Apparently she spends a lot of time in museums. I never took her for a history buff, but she's got a photographic memory for building layouts. Oh, that'll come in handy if you want to steal something. Oh, I bet, Buff. That really sucks. What did you tell her we were going there for? Nothing obvious enough that could get her into trouble if it got traced back. We have a museum of historical soldier miniatures in the next town. It's built into an old castle. Oh my god, that's amazing, Rocket. I love that. Full of wargaming minis in dioramas. Ah, that's so cool. I love stuff like that so much. Like, I love going around the gallery and stuff at Warhammer World just because I really like the dioramas. They're so fab. First Garen replica I've ever handled. Oh, cool, Rocket. Well, the only one. Fair. I told her we needed help getting something back from Onikago, and she started talking about how involved Onikago was with the museum. She's good at picking up on these things. Just told me not to do anything that would land me in the cells or on a slab. Not easy when Onikago has the police chief in her claws. Carla also hinted that if we wanted to borrow one of the police barges, no one would be using them tonight. Beats trying to bring the damn rock back on the city ferry. Not to mention I can't swim. Oh, Carrie can't swim. We learn something new every day. So what's the plan then? In an ideal world where everything works out perfectly, we boat over to the museum, sneak in the back door, grab the idol, get out, hand it over to Xander, cash in, retire to the outskirts. It's not going to work like that, is it? Let's face it. There's no way that's going to work. We have the nation's biggest train museum in an old unused train yard, like 15 minutes away. They do steam loco rides and to and from the museum from the next normal, still in use train station. Oh, that's awesome, Geist. Like, I'm not a big train nerd, but that is really cool. Building near the National Rail Museum in York that had a big old model railway layout, like several rooms worth. Oh, that's cool. See, model railways, for some reason, normal trains, meh, they're cool, I like them. Impressive, interesting, but model railways, yes. Small things appeal to me. I like the tiny things. I'm too trans not to be into trains. Fair. I'm too goblin not to be into small things. Small things, yes, yes. Like, hang on. I even have... These are my normal RPing dice. Teeny tiny dice for RPing. I like the tiny maths rocks. They are so colourful and they make the nice clicky noises. Yes. After this week, the idea of escaping to a quiet life under a volcano sounds wonderful. Do you really think it's going to be that easy? Hell no. I think we're probably going to die. A gentle knocking rattles the door. There's something fun about having an entire train layout folded up in the closet. Wait a second. Nice one, guys. Natural History Museum also has one of the few examples ever made of taxidermy blue whale. Wow, Rust. Walk into. This feature has been permanently locked shut due to its rich history. Let's just say it was a popular spot for young couples at the time. Oh my god, Rust, that's horrifying. So what you're saying is horny teenagers ruined it for the rest of us, yeah? Fuck's sake, tits. If that's death, tell her she's early or late. Either way, she needs to make an appointment. Alex opens the door to reveal a nervous-looking kaiju. Another case? How was your first time? Well, fucked in a blue whale. Yeah. It's certainly a story to tell, isn't it? Aquaman would recoil in horror. He would. Yeah, that's fair, Rust. Ah, Miss Maxora. Carrie and I were just talking about you. She walks across the room towards you, Alex following close behind her. Ever the protector. Would be rad to replace it with a model, though. Yeah, definitely. Like the Millennium Dome, before it became like a music arena and stuff, when it was actually the Millennium Dome, had like an upscaled version of a human body model that you could walk through, and there was like all these animatronics in it and stuff. It was really cool. Had a lot of fun on that trip. See, I'm just the right age to have been taken to the Millennium Dome when it was still the Millennium Dome by my school. It was a really fun trip. Miss Maxora, what a pleasure to see you again. Are you telling me this was made by millennials? Thanks, Tids. Oh, wow, Buff. Stuff like that makes me feel super uncomfortable, to be honest. Fair play, Prime B. I'm more interested in the way they construct these kind of things. Like, the World's Fair style stuff is really up my street, which is why I really like Disney parks and Disney rides, because the engineering that goes into it and the ingenuity that's required to create something like that just fascinates me. Ooh, I like Maxora. She's very pretty, but she's, I would say she's basically this game's version of a femme fatale. I mean, she did fucking drug us. And I'm going to keep going back to it because I'm not over it. I am not over it. I will never be over it. More like Max Adorable, am I right? Well done, Tids. Bravo. I'd offer you a drink, but I know you prefer yours with something extra in it, and I'm all out of tranquilizers. Carrie didn't forget. That was a cheap shot, Detective, but I deserved it. You deserve more than that. Can you say what you're feeling now, please, so we can move on with our lives? Funny you should mention our lives. What do you mean? I mean, Laura's dead, Max. Not sure you'd heard, so I felt it only right to tell you now. He's dead? Afraid so. How did it happen? Same way I got this shiny new scar across my back. Same reason I need to buy a new coat. That's coming out of the expenses, by the way. Kaiju tailoring isn't cheap. Carrie will remember this. Yes, exactly, Kaiju. Love it. I'm sorry, Detective. I didn't know. Oh, thank you, Mum, for the hydrate and the stretch. You know, I've just realised, Mum, that you're not marked as a VIP on this channel, which is just horrendous of me. I will fix that after the stream. Because you are always popping into my stream and being nice to everybody and making sure I look after myself. And, you know, you brought me into this world. So I think that qualifies you as a VIP of the channel, doesn't it? Just imagine Alex sticking his head through the door for his lines. Yeah, or just like over her shoulder, just in her ear. Like, I don't like you. You hurt my friend. But you're paying us. So I'm just going to be really shitty to you. You are indeed, Kaiju. You, very kindly gave me a copy of your amazing game so that I could play it. That definitely qualifies you as a VIP. I know I'm a VIP, you don't need to remind me. No, but I want to remind everybody else how brilliant you are, ma'am. Just sort of glaring at her over the top of his chair. Hissing a little bit. Like when a cat doesn't particularly like you, just sort of watches you from a distance. Like an angry cat, yep. How would you, Max? You didn't kill him or attack me. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this little conversation. Trust me. Feel him staring daggers at her. It's beautiful. Alex taps his cane meaningfully. Alex sees a target. Yeah. Alex would not hesitate to yeet Max into the lake. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe, Kaiju. I mean, to be fair, neither would I, which is why Alex is my favourite. Let's try this again without the giggling. Oh, bloody hell, ma'am. Calm down. Now you need to go and hydrate. That's fair, tits. Alex taps his cane meaningfully. Threateningly. I'm sorry. I didn't realise things had gotten this bad. How much do you know? Nothing, I swear. I paid my contact to get the idol through the gates and into a safe drop-off location. No questions asked. When I went looking for them, I found out they had an industrial accident and there was nothing at the drop-off. When they died, I ran, and you know the rest. I'm not a killer, Carrie. I swear. No, you aren't. A lot of things, but not a killer. In my head, Alex is just like sat in his chair right now, writing a list of all of the things that she is, just to make himself feel a bit better. At least, not yet. Lord died when he went poking around for the rock when he found out you didn't have it. We know who ordered the hit, and we have a solid guess where the idol is now. You do? Where is it? Why should we tell you, Miss Maxora? You haven't exactly been a font of trustworthiness up to this point. Because I can help you get it back, if you'll let me. Really, Mum? Wow. Like, that would be a big step for you in terms of cosplay. Neither of us have ever done any fursuits, but that would be amazing. I would help in any way I could. Would you do, like, a full fursuit, or would you go for, like, a Gajinka-style version of her, Mum? If anyone identifies with any of these characters, you are a furry. It's the rules. Well, I'm scuppered then, because I identify with a few of them. I'm some sort of furry Cronenberg, I guess. Have to look at this. Says the raccoon. I know, I know. I think she deserves to go full fur. Wow. That's going to be really interesting. Fursuiting can be quite complicated. We'll have to look at some tutorials and stuff. Oh, yeah, on the Says the Raccoon note, Slow and I were watching some videos of a couple in the States that have got ferrets, cats, and raccoons as pets. And I was just sort of daydreaming a little bit, like, how amazing would it be to have a raccoon? Can you imagine having a raccoon and Porthos in the same house? And Slow looked over at me and completely deadpan went, why should I imagine? I already have one. Oh, that's a big mood right there, Tids. I mean, he's right. Damn it. Why is everybody on Slow's side? Oh, thank you very much, Kaiju. Yeah, that'd be great if you could. Like, if we can get a full view of her, that'd be fab. I've been figuring out how to do, like, the 3 fingers setup for, something I was working on. So if we can figure that out as well, in a nice way, that will help me out with, my plan. You look over to Alex, who nods knowingly and taps the side of his glasses. Some kind of glove. Yeah, I was thinking gloves. It does also pose the problem that I won't be able to use my phone if I'm wearing gloves though. So I've really got to think about it. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, Tids. Because I just have to, like... The claw. I would need a minder. Yeah. Oh, do we trust her, folks? What do we think? I think so, Tids, yeah, a poll. And yeah, handler would also be fairly appropriate for me, let's face it. Ah, that's a good idea, guys. I like that. Do we trust Max? Okay, everybody, get your votes in on the poll that Tids has put up on the top of the screen. Yeah, I do the same buff, which is additionally problematic when you're wearing a costume that means that people can't understand what you're saying, or that you can't use your phone. She's extremely cute, wouldn't trust her as far as I can throw her. Fair, Rust. Fair. You're kidding me, Kaiju! Discord is weird. Okay, 4 people out of the 5 that voted to trust Max. So, we'll trust her, even after all that she's done. Tell me the truth, Max, because I need to hear it. Really, Sheridan? I'm gonna have to have a look at the Discord settings and see if I can fix that then. Because that's dumb. If you know what truth means. Alex, please. I need to know if you're going to stab me in the back. If we take you to get the idol, are you with us to the end? How dangerous is it going to get? Very. The current owner has already demonstrated how sharp her claws are, and will no doubt try again before the night is out. Yeah. Like, if I was going to cosplay any of the characters from Kaiju Noir, it would either be Carrie or Alex. Because Carrie's got a cool hat. And, like, I just love the general design of them. And Alex is very Abe Sapien, and I've always been an Abe Sapien fan, so it kind of works out. Alex would be a hell of a build, very slinky. Yeah, I would be the shortest, dumpiest Alex ever, which I don't think would really work all that well. Awesome, thanks very much, Tids. Doug Jones would rock an Alex, and it would be amazing. Like, Doug Jones is just such a great actor as well. I'd still be super dumpy though, Mum. I am not an Alex build. I will watch anything that Doug Jones is in because I love him so much. He's just a fantastic actor. Very, very talented fella. Oh, I did it again. I keep hitting the right click instead of the left click, and I don't know why. Oh, that'd be a really good one, Buff. Like, I started off quite simple. Alex is essentially Trans Boy Monster Twink. Yeah. And he's wonderful. I love him. Will you stand with us? Or should we leave you behind? If by some miracle we make it out, you'll get your cut either way. You're giving me the option? Yes. Reluctantly. Fair, Tids. Doug Jones is still suiting up when the other actors are going home for the day. He is nothing if not a commensurate professional. Yeah, exactly, Rust. Like, the amount of time that he has to spend in makeup on basically every film he's in, every TV show he's in, he's just... I bow to him. I am not worthy. He's amazing. And being an FX nerd as well, the fact that he spends so much time in makeup and performs so brilliantly in all that makeup is just... I want to see people cosplay Rax. Yes, that'd be so cool, Kaiju. Like, really, I'd love to see all of the characters in this game cosplayed. Especially if all the folks that cosplayed as them were able to meet up and do like a Kaiju Noir photo shoot, that'd be so cool. I'll stand by your side, I promise. No cutting and running. No, I promise. Even if things go bad. Even then. And no more drug and carry. It's hard enough getting them to do any work without you making them sleep all night. Oh, Alex, you sassy fucker. $20k in fursuits later. Yeah, that's the only downside to it, unfortunately, Kaiju. Could we arrange something for the future? We could, Mum, but you're looking at, you know, 20 years in the future rather than in a couple of years' time, because it is a lot of money, it's a lot of time. Monitor's going to sleep. There we go. Like in Klingon makeup, you can still go take a piss. You're gonna have to peel the Abe Sapien, peel off the Abe Sapien outfit. Yeah, exactly. Same with Silver Surfer costume and probably the Saru costume as well, now I think about it. I think the only one he's been in that he could probably get away with actually going for a bathroom break is the Carl Swanji outfit from Automata. Because that's, you know, suit and tie and stuff, and then headgear and gloves. So I think he'd be able to get away with going to the loo in that one. Well, I'll only be 80 then, so I could rock a suit. You could rock a suit at any age, ma'am. Hush, Alex. She doesn't need to hear that. I promise. No drugs. No running. I want to see this thing out. To the end. I owe you that much. Good. Then welcome to the team. Maxora has joined your party. And once we're done, we've got something else to talk about. Something important. More important than risking death for a giant ruby? Even more than that, Max. Hard as it is to believe. We've quite a bit to fill you in on from the past few nights. Then, if you're still on board, meet us at the docks in about an hour. Gonna have trouble peeing in an Abe Sapien outfit? Yeah. Oh, but the Lupin stuff is really good, Rocket, and Kiryu as well. Like, I mentioned Little Jigen a while ago on one of my streams. I can't remember which one. I did find a picture of Little Jigen. I cut Slow dressed as Lupin out of it because I hadn't asked his permission to put the picture up. But Lupin is a really, really nice cosplay. As is Jigen, if you prefer Jigen. I doubt it, considering some of the outfits he has to wear, Mum. I think he just has to hold it. Problem with Lupin is settling on which suit. Yeah, that's fair. We went for red jacket Lupin for Slow because getting a green jacket was really difficult for somebody of his build. Which is a shame because green jacket Lupin would have been cool too. But yeah, like, Lupin has many looks. Could do them all. Just like over the space of several years, just do them all. We have a boat to catch. Chapter 10! Yay! Quick save. Quick save. He has 2 red jackets. Yeah, fair. How many chapters did you say this was again, Kaiju? $13. So, considering I've been going a bit slow tonight, I know I have. Do you think this is another stream's worth, maybe? Yeah. Or do you think I should just do the last 3 chapters? Because I can either go for a bit longer tonight and finish it tonight, or I can maybe call it a little bit early and then do the last 3 chapters next week. Or do this chapter and then finish when I get to chapter 11. 4 chapters. Sorry, because it's chapter 10. Oh god, I can't even do maths tonight. I say take it easy. Yeah, fair play. When cosplaying Yakuza characters, you can do DDR with others doing characters from that series. Yes, Buff, and it looks amazing when you do. Porthos, stop licking your paw, matey. He's not licking the bad paw. He's just licking one of his paws, but doing it really loudly. Spread out the goodness. Okay. Do the short one, then bang out the last next week. Okay, cool. We'll do that then. The docks on the city side of the lake are practically empty this time of night. A police barge and a couple of cargo boats bob gently against unseen currents. Could do part 4 because, well, Italy. That would be really cool, Rocket. Just had to lift the dog onto the sofa. Daft creature didn't realise there were steps. Oh, bless. Poor little bean. Please give the pupper some pets from me. Stairs are effort, though. Yeah, that's true. Off in the distance, you see lights flickering from tunnels that stretch into the endless underground, to kaiju cities you've never visited. I don't know why, but the water has always been calming to me. Yes, Carrie. Says the disabled ass bitch, yeah. My legs are giving out more and more these days, so I know the feel there, tits. Climbing stairs is a lot more effort than I generally want to apply to any particular task. He uses them half the time, he just forgets they exist. That is also a bit of a mood. Weak high five. There you go, tits. There is your weak high five. Is that weird? Yes, it's weird. You're a fire breather, Carrie. Water is your natural enemy. Oh yeah, of course. That's why you can't. Why they can't swim, isn't it? Because, you know, fire, water. I'm a numpty. I like to think the water and I have made peace. I don't burn it, it doesn't drown me. Good way to look at it, Carrie. Conflict of elements, indeed. Across the water, you can see the bulbous bulk of the Lakeside Museum. That is an interesting way of describing a museum. One of the oldest buildings in the city. Less of a construction, more of a geode. Ah. Holding the glittering jewels of aristocracy. Boo! Hiss! Bulbous bulk, it me! If that's what you want to be, tits. Eat the rich, smash open their vaults to feed the masses. Let their kind live in fear. What's that from? A thing humans say. Of course, they are less likely to actually eat each other, from what I hear. Maybe that's why they won, not actually eating each other all the time. They won because they'd rather a planet with no life on it than one where they aren't in charge. Yep. Sounds about right. We suck. As a species, just saying. Accurate, yeah, very accurate, Sheridan. Sentiment shared by plenty down here. At the end, it was looking like there wasn't going to be anything left of either of us. I guess we got off easy. I was in a mood writing a lot of this. Oh, I see, Kaiju. Little peek behind the curtain there for everyone. The pair of you stare out across the water. Soft light from Zilla's balls reflecting off the surface. Okay. For those that weren't there when Zilla's balls were explained, they are a light source.
What's this?
I remember them being a light source, and I don't remember the specifics of it, so I'm really sorry, Kaiju. You will have to explain that if anybody's interested. But of course you love that I have to keep explaining what Zilla's balls is. Of course you do. God, I love a big pair of glowing balls. Oh my god. Oh dear. They also make a really good, like, soft curse, Prime B.
Hello there.
Zilla's balls. Hi, I'm tired. Gremlin mode activated. Fair play. 3 balls, lucky bugger. Shiny. What the hell are we doing here, Carrie? Is this all worth it? The deception, the death? Why are we going through with this damn scheme? I'm also a little bit gremlin-y. Look, gremlins are welcome here just as much as anybody else is. Except for Nazis and TERFs. We've been through that. We're all gremlins down here. Just different flavours. Because I want to do the right thing, Alex. I want things to be better. Everything that's happened these last few nights, they all point to a way to make this city a better place. At least in some small way. We can't walk away from tonight not having to scrape to survive, and if we can walk away from tonight not having to scrape to survive and get to rob from the rich in the process, that sounds like a good outcome to me. That's a good plan, Sheridan. You don't want to go into writing something if you're in a rough space. As long as you don't eat after midnight or get wet. Well, I've got 3 minutes if I want to have a snack then. And I was going to have a shower tonight. Unlike most gremlins, though, I should definitely be fed after midnight, honest. I'm sure, Tids.
Get nice and moist for me, won't you?
Or should I call you Stripe? And thank you for the hydrate. Oh, bugger Prime B. What game's coming? Wouldn't mind 2 of you. I would. 1 of me is too much for the planet as it is. Let's face it. Command and Conquer. Nice, Prime B. You're a real dreamer, Carrie. Next thing you'll be giving our cut of the deal to charity. We are charity. But right now, so is Maxora. Even Xander in their way needs us. So where does that leave us tonight? Tonight we get the idol bag. We shove Onikago's snout in failure for once in her life. We win for once in ours. Bit crunch fank packy. Yeah. What the hell have you two gotten yourselves into? Oh, hello Carla. How much did you hear? I heard enough to know that you're about to break about a dozen laws, none of them minor offences. Are you going to try and stop us? That depends, doesn't it? Depends on what? On whether what you're doing is more important than the law. Carla, and I say this with respect due to your profession. Bugger all then. You're a cop. How can things be more important than the law to you? Because I've seen what the rich get away with in this city. The law doesn't mean a damn thing to them. Oh jeez! Sheridan, thank you very much for the resub. And thank you for being subscribed for 3 whole months. Much appreciated, friend. Why are you still a cop then? I want to help Kaiju, Carrie. From where we started, this was the best way I could do that. But you've seen what being a cop actually means, right? Right. Carrie came to talk to me earlier tonight, and it got me thinking. Lawful doesn't mean right, and I'm sick of seeing Kaiju like Onikago buy her way out of trouble, while I'm being ordered to stomp on the poor. Yes, Carla! Yes! Face turn! That's what we like to see! I mean, she wasn't exactly a heel anyway, but you know what I mean. So, you tell me, here and now, that what you're doing is more important than the laws I'm supposed to uphold, then I'm not going to stop you. You hold her gaze for a minute, maybe more. Only the creaking of mooring lines breaking the silence. It's more important, Carla. Lives have been lost, and the law doesn't give a damn. We're trying to do the right thing. Alex? That's the short of it. I'll tell you the long story later. You can tell me about it on the way to the island. You're coming? Of course. I'm not letting you get yourself killed. I thought that was my job. You know, Carrie, I'll take 2 of us. It'll take the 2 of us to keep them alive in this city. You are wrong there. I'm a little scamp. Oh, Carrie, I want to hug you. We're just waiting on the last member of our little party. Then we'll go. And here I was thinking you didn't play well with others. Carrie, you shit. Yeah. Carrie is, in fact, a little scamp. You waited for me, Carrie. I'm surprised. I wouldn't leave without you, Max. For better or for worse, we wouldn't be here without you, after all. Carrie's a heckin' gremlin sometimes. Hey, I resemble that remark. Are you going to introduce us, Carrie? Dang, gremlin energy in here is so thick it's even infesting the game. I like to think I have that effect on people. Of course. Detective Inspector Carla Zora. This is Miss Maxora. She's been instrumental in to this case. It really would, Tids, and it is a superpower I wish I actually had. Detective Inspector? As in police? Carla Zora is New Metropolis's finest, Monstropolis's finest. I'm not saying that sarcastically for once. She's the best there is. Not that there's a lot of competition for that title. Most of them I wouldn't trust to keep a donut safe. Fair. Do you want my help or not? I meant it as a compliment, Carla. You know I trust you. Okay. Just don't come begging me for donuts in future. How are you involved with all this, Miss Maxora? Is this all unofficial? Oh, definitely. oh, definitely. We don't do anything official around here. You wouldn't see me hanging around this misanthrope if in any kind of official capacity. How dare you? I haven't throped any missings in at least a month. I consider myself more of a dashing reprobate. Oh my god, Carrie, will you stop? Hey, mood, yeah. Besides, you do come crashing down my door accusing me of interfering with your crime scenes on a regular basis. Only because you interfere with my crime scenes on a regular basis. Do they always behave like this? All the time. You get used to it. Putting dashing misanthrope on my business card. Yes! Love it, Kaiju. I hired Detective Karabara. I'm afraid none of you would have been involved in this were it not for me. At least now I know who to blame if this all goes wrong. What the hell am I involved with now, anyway? I didn't get business cards. Me either, Prime B. Oh, that sucks. I mean, nobody else I know has business cards where I work. But the fact that everybody else got one and you didn't, that fucking sucks. Yeah. Aww. That really sucks, Prime B. I hope you get some. That's a grudging. Yeah. Ask, maybe, like, you weren't about when the order was put in or something like that. Oof, that really sucks. Shall we get on the boat? I'll tell you everything on the way. Next stop, Certain Doom. If you enjoyed this voyage, please leave us a positive review in the guest book. Oh, Alex. Chapter 11. And we're only 6 minutes over. Oof. And my shoulder really hurts, so now is a really good time to stop. And we'll finish up next week. Oh no, oh no. Boop. There we go. Yes. You are the most senior junior. So not the most junior senior. Another music reference there for those that got it. Fabulous tids. Okay, so we'll finish this up next week then, I guess. And then after that I'll be, now that I've got a functioning Switch controller, I will be continuing with my Hollow Knight playthrough. Sort of. I'll explain when we get there. Okie dokie, Rust, you take care. Right.
Goodbye.
I was running a giveaway today for come on, brain, you can do it. Fun with Ragdolls, the game. So if anybody wants to enter that, !ticket will get you in the pool to win a copy of Fun with Ragdolls. And I'll give it a couple of minutes. Well, not that long, but I'll give it a little bit of time. Yeah, so we'll finish Kaiju Noir off next week. Very exciting. I've really enjoyed it so far, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy the rest of it too. Again, Kaiju, thank you so much for making such a wonderful game, and for giving me a copy that I could play for everybody, and for giving me a copy that I was able to give away on stream to a lucky winner. Yeah, so thank you so much. Okay, right, a couple of people have entered the giveaway, so I will close the giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit for the lag. Giveaway is closed. Kaiju, congratulations! You've won a copy of Fun with Ragdolls. I will send you the code after the stream. I'll probably send it to you through Twitter. And again, you are on Discord, so I can send it to you through Discord, which is what I normally do. Yeah, I'll sort it. Okay, cool. Right, I will be back at 12 PM UK time, so in a little under 12 hours, with some more Tales of Monkey Island. Let's see who we've got that's live. I think we're gonna raid Snake Discovery again, because we do that now. That's the thing we do. Seems like a nice way to close out the stream, considering what we're playing at the minute. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So, Snake Discovery are an American reptile care facility who live stream their alligator Rex's enclosure. And it's a nice chill stream with a gator just, you know, gatoring about and some nice music in the background. So, considering the time it is right now, it's a nice chill thing to finish on. So yeah, I'll be back for Monkey Island later today. And I'll hopefully see you all then. And as always, till I do see you next, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, wash your fucking hands, and have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Take care.